What is happening, wonderful people? So with Hoppers officially releasing in theaters last week, there is now a new Pixar film in the Pixar franchise, so I thought it'd be fun to rank my Pixar films from worst to best, so let's talk about it. And coming in at number 10 is Inside Out 2. I like both the Inside Out films, I really do. But Inside Out 2 ended up, in my opinion, when I watched it, ended up being the better film. I think they're both really great films. They both have really great messages, they do. But I feel like Inside Out 2 really just stuck out more. It stuck out more in my opinion. Like, it's not afraid to get poignant, and it's more poignant than the first film, because the first film is poignant. It's probably besides Up, is probably the most poignant Pixar film. But this one, Inside Out 2, the threat in here feels larger than the threat in the first film. The threat in this one is anxiety, and I love the metaphors in here. I absolutely love the metaphors. I think for the most part they all work, but the anxiety being the villain is just a genius move. It was an absolute genius move, and I think anxiety was a good character, and the way they wrote anxiety in this film represented anxiety to a T, because all of us as humans, we've all had anxiety. I've had anxiety, and if someone comes up to you and they've told you that they've never had anxiety, or if you ask somebody, or someone comes up to you and they ask you if you've had anxiety and you say no, you're lying. Everyone's had anxiety. But this movie just, it's so poignant, and the emotional depth and just the character depth in here is just so prevalent, executed perfectly. Coming in at number 9 is Toy Story 4. I know this list and this one right here is about to be very controversial. It is, but Toy Story 4, I love Toy Story 4. I know majority of people didn't like it, but there also are some people who do like Toy Story 4. So at that time when it released, and now still, it is very divided. It is a very divisive film in a way, sort of, but I like Toy Story 4. It's not the worst Toy Story film. It's not the best Toy Story film. And I don't know if I'd say it's the most emotional Toy Story film out of the 4, but I still had a really good time with that. I remember when I went to go see it years ago, I feel like, honestly, it's the funniest Toy Story film. I think all of them are funny in their own way, but this was the funniest. Forky is such a great character. And he had me laughing in my seat. He had me in stitches, and I think the animation is way better in this one than the other ones. The animation's great in all of them. The animation, especially in the original from the 90s, it was so unique for the time, so new at the time, but the animation has grown over the years, and I love the characters in here. I love the character dynamics and the chemistry, and it's just overall, it's just a fun film. Toy Story 4, I remember having so much fun with. Even, I haven't really sat down and watched it fully, or actually like sat down and started watching it again in a long time, but I've always enjoyed it. It's fun. And coming in at number 8 is Finding Nemo. I've always liked Finding Nemo. I have. It's not my favorite, but it is in my top 10. It ended up being in my top 10, and it's not one that I watch a lot. It's not one that I see myself going back to watch all the time, but I really do enjoy Finding Nemo. It's not Monsters Inc. level. It's not Incredibles level. It's not Cars level, but I've always enjoyed the characters. I've always enjoyed the theme. I've always enjoyed the characters in here, the animation, all of those sort of things. And I love how it's a story about bravery. It's a fish out of water story. If you get my drift, it's a fish out of water story. It kind of is. I kind of like that, like, metaphor sort of in a way. It's really cool. But I've always liked the characters. I've always found it funny, and I grew up watching this movie. I grew up watching this movie, and while I don't have much nostalgia for it, like Monsters Inc., like Incredibles, like Cars, I still do have a little bit of nostalgia there. There is some nostalgia, but not as much as those other films. But I've always enjoyed this movie and the characters and the fish out of water story. I really have. It's a good time. Coming in at number 7 is Toy Story 2. And I like Toy Story 2, man. I really like Toy Story 2. It's so much fun. I feel like Toy Story 2 obviously is my favorite Toy Story film, and I'll have a Toy Story ranking in June or July. I think it's June when a Toy Story 5 comes out. But I really think Toy Story 2 is my favorite Toy Story film. It has and all the Toy Story films have their own like unique style and unique like vibe, but I feel like Toy Story 2 has the best like vibe, and it has its own unique style and unique distinct vibe, and I really like the plot in here. I think the story flows well. I think the structure of the story is so engaging, and I love the characters, and it's so funny. It's so funny too. I like the introduction of Bullseye and Jesse in here. I think the Prospector isn't the best villain, but he's maybe not the most menacing villain, but he is a good villain, and he is definitely menacing at times. And I like the inclusion of the other Buzz Lightyears in here, and I'm excited to see the other Buzz Lightyears in Toy Story 5. That's kind of cool that they're bringing that back, because that part in Toy Story 2 was a lot of fun. And you know, maybe it's not for everybody, but I think majority of people really do like Toy Story 2, and I absolutely love it. It's a blast. Coming in at number 6 is Cars 2. This is about to ruffle a lot of feathers. It is.
No. Please don't say that.
And this is my opinion. I know majority of people do not like Cars 2, but I grew up with Cars 2. I have nostalgia for it, and I love this movie. I do. I know it's more of a Mater story than a Lightning McQueen story, and I know Mater is basically the main lead in here, and Lightning McQueen is kind of like the side character that they kind of push him to the side. And sure, I would have liked a sequel to Cars to be about solely Lightning McQueen, but Mater's a fun character. He's fun, right? And the film's not perfect, it's not, but it's just a fun time, and I like the spy aspect of it. I do. I like Finn McMissile. I like all the other new characters. I really, talking about distinctive vibes and unique vibes, I think as well, the Cars films all have their own type of style and their own unique, distinct vibe. This one obviously has its own unique style and unique vibe. It does, and I had fun with it. I remember when I was little, me and my family went to go visit my dad's side of the family, and I remember as a family we all went to go see Cars 2, and I remember we stopped somewhere after the movie to pick up those Cars toys, and that was just, it's always been a memory of mine that I've kept up here, and it's a memory that I'll always keep in here for the rest of my life, and it's so much fun. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Coming in at number 5 is Monsters, Inc. I love Monsters, Inc. This one, I actually put it on the other night. I didn't get a chance to finish it, but it's so fun. It's so fun. I grew up with this movie. I have nostalgia for this movie, and it's one that I remember. My mom's side of the family, they live in the town that I live in, and we would always go to the beach, all of us. The beach, that's like 2.5 hours away from us all the time when I was little, and I remember we were all in the camper, and we had Monsters, Inc. playing, and that opening scene where that monster is about to scare that kid, he's about to scare that kid, but then it scares him, and he starts like falling all over the place. I was busting out laughing. I was in absolute stitches in that scene, and I've always loved the movie. It has its own distinct vibe. It has its own unique vibe, and it's really at times kind of Uncanny Valley-ish in a way, but that's not technically a bad thing. It's not, and now that they've announced Monsters Inc. 2 or 3, I'm so on board. I've waited for a new Monsters Inc. for years, and I know there were rumors, and I was hoping the rumors would come true. And lo and behold, the rumors did become true, and this movie is just so fun. I love the chemistry dynamic and sometimes banter between Mike and Sully, and I think Randall is a very, very menacing villain. I think Mr. Waterness is very menacing as well, and I love the chemistry dynamic between Boo and Sully, and it's a feel-good film, and it's not afraid to pull at your heartstrings. It's not afraid to get poignant. It's not afraid to throw these emotional beats at your face. It's not afraid to hit you with those emotional beats like a freaking brick wall, and I'm hoping Boo shows up in the next one. I have a feeling Boo will show up in Monsters Inc. 2 or 3, and they can make a really good plot out of that, like her returning. I think that would be really cool. And coming in at number 4 is the original Cars. I love the original Cars. I have all of the Cars toys somewhere out in my shop. Some of them are broken, some of them are dirty as all get out, but I grew up with this movie and having all the toys, and I love Cars. I do. This movie is a movie that I love, and it's so nostalgic, and I love the character ensemble of Radiator Springs with Lightning McQueen, Mater, Sheriff, Doc, Luigi, Fillmore, all Sarge, Sally, all of these characters, their chemistry dynamic is so fun, and I love the needle drops in here, and I love just Owen Wilson in the role of Lightning, and it's just all the voice acting is great in here, and it's so fun, and it's just very energetic, and the high octane energy in here just keeps you on your toes, and it's so fun. And coming in at number 3 is Cars 3. I love Cars 3. I do. I remember back in 2016 November when Moana was in theaters, and I went to go see Moana, and I did not know they were making a Cars 3. Did not know. Had no earthly idea. And then before Moana started, the actual movie, the trailers played. And they played the teaser for Cars 3. And I sat there and I was like, wait, they're making Cars 3? What? What? And that trailer started and the tone was different. Like, I did not expect it to get so dark, and I was like, oh, they're not killing off Lightning McQueen, are they? I was scared for my life. I was like, they better not kill him off. One of my favorite characters in cinematic movie history. And I think the movie is great. Just like Cars 2, they kind of do sideline Lightning McQueen, sort of, which is not something that took me out of it, but I think Jackson Storm is a great villain in here. He's a great, like, antagonist, he is. And I like the vibe in here. I like the unique style in here, and I'm hoping they announce a 4th one. There's rumors that they'll announce it at D23 this year in August. Hoping that's true. And I love the needle drops in here too, and it's a story that's not anything new. You've seen the story before, but it's a lot of fun. It is. And coming in at number 2, talking about nostalgia, I love The Incredibles. I absolutely love The Incredibles. Incredibles 2, nah, it's okay. It's fine. Incredibles 3, though, I'm so excited for it. I am. But The Incredibles is a movie talking about vibes again. The vibe in this movie is one of the best vibes in any movie I've ever seen. In any movie I've ever seen, I love the style in here. I love the 60s like vibe and just style and aesthetic and atmosphere. And Michael Giacchino's score is so energetic and so freaking brilliant. When I'm driving, I put that on. I put it on. I love the family dynamic in here. I do. I love how it's basically an animated version of Fantastic Four. In a way, obviously, Fantastic Four was made before The Incredibles, but I just love how they kind of didn't copy. They kind of did their own thing, but also wanted to resemble the Fantastic Four, which is really cool. And I love Frozone in here, and I love how quotable this movie is. It is, and the final act is so awesome in here, and it's not just one of the greatest animated movies ever made. It's one of the greatest movies ever made. Like, it's so heartfelt and it's so fun, and all the characters are so likable, and you love their chemistry and dynamic. And it's just one that has such a good, rich, and distinct vibe, and you love every single freaking minute of it. And coming in at number 1, my favorite Pixar film of all time is Monsters University. I love Monsters University. The key word today in this video, the key word is vibe. I know I keep talking about unique vibes and unique styles and all that. In a lot of Pixar movies, all these ones I just named have their own unique style. Almost every Pixar movie does. This one, though, however, has its own unique style and freaking vibe. It does. I love the college vibe. I love the college aesthetic and atmosphere. And whenever I was in college, I always wanted to walk on campus and listen to the Monsters University theme. I always wanted to. It's so energetic and fun, and it just gets your blood pumping. And when you listen to the theme, you want to go to your library and like rent out books, and you want to just. It's so fun. It's so fun. And I love the banter and the chemistry dynamic between Sully and Mike in here. And I just love how fast-paced it is, but not in a rushed way. And I love the editing in here. And it's really about it's a fish out of water story as well. It's about overcoming obstacles. It's about when you're the smallest and no one believes in you, going that extra mile to achieve greatness. It's about proving everybody wrong too, and showing everybody that you're the best and you're the boss. No one can step on your toes. No one can stop you from what you're meant to do. And I just love Mike and Sully as characters in general, whether it's in Monsters Inc., whether it's in this one. They're just so fun. And I'm hoping that Monsters Inc. 2 or 3 really knocks it out of the park. I'm crossing my fingers. So that'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please don't subscribe, like, comment, share this video. We just hit 1K subs a while back. We're now at 1.3K. And the next big milestone is 2K and 3K after that and beyond that as well. If you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about the comments down below. What's y'all's favorite Pixar movie? What's y'all's least favorite Pixar movie? What are y'all's top 10 Pixar movies? What are y'all's top 10 least Pixar movies? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies, wonderful people. Cheers.